Hello, well, my name is Fox tonight. So day 9-bit Fox. I'm with my brother Cerberus and Larry, and we went to go see My Little Pony. Oh, go! Hello, everyone. My name is Fox tonight. Till day 9-bit Fox. I'm with my brother Cerberus and Larry. We went to go see Death Day.
It's Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day. Whatever.
Happy...
You literally just said Death Day too.
I was following the crowd. I'm not a winner.
You're not a leader. You're a follower.
Damn it.
But in any case, we went to go see Happy Death Day, which was pretty freaking good.
It was really good.
I really liked it.
Fucking amazing.
It was really good.
Definitely original. Definitely original.
Well, even in the end, at least they even admit though.
Dude, like the ending, I was like, no way.
Well, the ending we'll bring up, but basically, one, it is kind of a good. It's a good mystery, but also I think you and I kind of figured it out.
Like from the trailers, maybe?
You told me from the trailers, and I'm like, I kind of see how that is, and also
hashtag no life.
And also, spoilers for the movie. If you want to go see it, go check it out. Definitely. It is awesome. When she disappeared, when the nurse disappeared through majority of the movie,
yeah, like I kind of doing like the repeats.
Yeah, and like we totally skipped her scene multiple times, and she never ate the cupcake those multiple times. I kept thinking, okay, yeah, she's probably the killer. I
figured it out. Well, I figured out.
I figured out there was gonna be multiple killers.
Yeah, that would have been a good one too.
What got me was how I figured it out was when she was going transported to the hospital without going back to the sorority house, and the killer shows up out of nowhere. I was like the only person besides Carter that knew that she would be at the hospital.
How did Carter know she was at the hospital?
He's the one who took her.
Yeah. Carter, she passed out. She passed out in his room.
Yeah, but that was like after the 12th time or something.
Yeah, but then she went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when are you talking about? Because again, she was at the hospital like a couple times.
Every time that she went to the hospital, Carter took her. Anyway.
No. Like what? When are you talking about?
When he saved her.
That was the same night that he took her. That was the same day.
Anyway, the only person that would have known besides Carter that knew it was her birthday, that would have known that she was at the hospital was the nurse.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Because again, when we were watching this, you kind of figure I kind of already X'd out who wasn't the killer throughout a lot of it. Like again, there's the jealous boyfriend or stalker who's actually gay.
I think he might have been maybe a one-timer.
I don't know, cause
she even said like, "Dude, we did it once." Like, you know.
I know, like it's a false thing. It's like, okay, he could be the killer, or the stuck-up chick. She could have been a killer because of
they definitely set up the suspects.
Yeah, they set up the suspects.
Oh, here's a suspect we didn't list.
No,
the wife. The wife could have been the killer.
I thought of the wife.
I thought of the wife.
So
yeah.
Did she remember? She followed her with the night goggles.
Yep.
Yeah. Where was the wife going?
I don't fucking know. She died, dude.
I can't remember.
Choked in the fountain, but anyways, continue.
Oh yeah, she got choked in the fountain, which would X her out as being the killer. I thought it might have been Discount Thor.
Discount Thor.
The doctor. He kind of reminded me of Thor. Maybe it's just because he's Australian and blonde, but I don't know. He seemed like a discount version of him. But
there were times where I thought so.
Yeah, I thought like it could have been him, but then I was just like, I don't know. Because again, I was kind of going like maybe it's like multiple killers like Scream, which it is kind of towards the end when they find out. Well, like, but I also like, you know, there are other things I guess too. Like they said like, oh, it could be the killer who killed her mother.
I don't think that's what it was. I think he just happened to be a killer.
No, he was there, but I assumed that was one of my guesses that it was going to be the killer who killed her mother.
How her mom died?
Yeah, this guy
who was in the hospital.
Yeah, this guy before he got sent to jail this time, he went across the country killing women. He killed 6 blonde women.
And her mom just happened to be one of the women?
Yes. And so then like this chick then freed him because she's in the hospital, freed him and probably said, "Hey, this chick's daughter's over there."
Yeah, because how would he know that was her daughter?
Exactly. And then boom, you have someone to pin it on.
Yeah. My vote would be Larry.
And also like another good thing was, what was it? The you guys won't get that later, but you won't get till later. But what was it? when the guy breaks free and he kills the guard and he has the kitchen knife stabbed inside the guard's back, and like, you know, you have the good playthrough, I'm gonna call it. The playthrough where she reconciles with everyone, has the greatest fun time, and I'm like, man, it's gonna suck if she dies and has to reset all of that, because it's like when you play a video game and you get all the way to the end and then your save file corrupts and you're like, fudge! Yeah. But and like you did everything correctly, but like, yeah, when she died and came back, and I'm just like, oh, that sucks.
How did the nurse kill her in her sleep?
The cupcake was poisoned.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why she died in her sleep. The spoiler alerts for the last time, because the cupcake was poisoned. Which, again, I love the spoilers for the end, the twist, kind of twist, where she wakes up and it seems like she restarted again. I'm like, don't go the dark route where it's like she's stuck in this forever. No matter what, whether she finds the killer or not, she will always relive the same day over and over again, and that's the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, because she would, even if she went to sleep, like it would just wake up.
Yeah, like if that always happened to her,
I was kind of hoping for that.
I was not, because yeah, you have movies like they showed in the back, Repo Man, in like behind Carter's bed. Yeah. It's Repo Man. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a twist. That's a twist that I figured out too. But
that was a messed up twist, man.
That twist I kind of figured out too, because they talk about it in the beginning of the movie. And then he's like, how do you get it off? And I'm just like, oh, okay, I got that. And then what was it?
That's what I got to get from my collection.
What was the other? There's also, or something like Krampus. Like that ending is effed up too. But, you know, mind you, I do like some effed up movies, but I always like a better, happier ending. And I kind of like, you know, she gets with Carter. They have fun. Apparently she's going to bear his children. I freaking love that. I do also like that they didn't hang on the bit of her, although I wish they would have showed a little bit more of how she was an a-hole to people. But I do.
I think the first clip, you kind of
the first death.
You kind of get the sense of what bitch.
Yeah, you do get the sense of that. But
she really was.
I mean, yeah, Larry, but yeah, you do get kind of the add of that. But I do also like that, like after the first death, she becomes a more likable character. Yeah. Which I'm just like, okay,
I think after every death, you kind of be like, damn, dude.
And also, if I can, have you seen? I know you haven't, but have you seen Scream Queens?
No.
No. Basically, it was whoever made Glee got together with the guy who made American Horror Story and made a serial killer movie like this, kind of, but it's a show where the serial killer is the mascot of the school and is killing off the sorority house. But the thing is, the characters are so unlikable. Like, they are the stereotypical blonde a-hole character. Bitch. Like, yeah, like most of them are that one chick from this movie. That one chick, that's basically who they all are, and I hate all of them. I hated all of them, and I don't know if the show's on. I hope it's not. Well, if you like it, you like it, but I did not like that show when it was on. But this did it better, I say. This did it a lot better with all of it. Larry, what do you have to say? Are you just, I don't know, piling up your thoughts before you explode?
I mean, honestly,
he said he liked the movie, which is like,
yeah,
this is a big deal, people. He liked the movie.
They made it where you are emotionally invested in the character. Like, they were like,
oh shit,
please don't kill us. It was a joke in the beginning of the video. We did not need to die.
That wasn't even me. The guy ran the light. I had the green. Holy shit.
I don't need to restart this stage.
You almost died, though.
Huh?
You almost died.
No, we didn't. My driving skill saved us.
That's very true. But in any case, Larry, go.
So yeah, long story short, be careful who you screw.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing was over a guy.
Oh yeah.
Also, I do like how they mix humor in this a little bit. But like what is it? This guy, like the whole montage of her deaths. And it's just like, oh, come on, dead. Or like the
I liked it because it was kind of like, think of like those shows where they pretend to be a spy for like a night and
yeah,
the music.
Yeah.
But she dies.
She dies like every time. It's like, oh, come on, reset. Or what was the one movie? God.
Die Repeat?
No, not Live Die. Well, Live Die Repeat is freaking good. And they aim it at the end. They're like, man, this your story. It's like, you ever seen Groundhog Day? No, what's Groundhog Day? And it's like, okay, maybe she saw Groundhog Day.
It's unbelievable that people out there probably never seen Groundhog Day.
Yo, I never seen it till recently.
You've never seen Tommy Boy.
That's true. I need to see that movie. But Groundhog Day, I never saw it till like maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Oh, speaking
maybe
of
longer.
shows on Netflix,
No.
I know
We're not talking about shows on Netflix. We're not talking about shows on Netflix.
We're talking about the movie, Larry.
No, I was talking about there's a correlation.
Okay, what's the correlation?
Kind of like the romantic part is kind of like how Pinky Blinders is on Netflix.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's a gangster show. Like these motherfuckers are like cutting people with like fucking razors and shit.
Okay, Larry, how does this connect to Death?
Basically, over time, every time the character meets a woman, over time they fall in love and shit.
That's what happens.
And this kind of happens in this movie. Like
It's called life.
What's that one 80s movie?
People fall in love.
What's that one 80s movie where like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they were like kind of making fun, like not making fun of it, kind of a spoof of it a little bit towards the end, where like it's the two people on the other side, like I don't know if it's a cake or a cupcake between them, and it says, "Make a wish, it already came true." Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think that's just a...
Then Family Guy made a spoof of it, and like Peter got like, yeah. I don't know. I know it's. That's basically how that ending was. That one of the deaths was, but it was really cool. I like when like Carter dies and she goes to kill herself, and she dies by like hanging herself. And I also do like that, unlike let's say Groundhog Day or Live Die Repeat, even though she dies and repeats, she still is like gets hurt.
Yeah.
She still gets hurt, so it is kind of
body internally.
Yeah, so it's not like.
You think she stayed like that? Like
I think like she'll eventually heal.
But it's scar tissue.
I know, but she'll eventually heal from it because it seems like she resets somewhat.
Like when she did.
Then it cracks her neck. I'm like, oh god. Though I will say, I wish we kind of would have seen
more deaths.
No, a little bit more of that affecting her more.
So every time she came, if you noticed, I don't know if
she
you
looked
guys,
paler.
Every time, she looked paler and more like dead.
I guess that makes more sense. But like, I wish we would have I wish we at least would have had a little bit more like, okay, this is probably her final time she could do this. More along the lines. Why'd you move her back over?
I just want to stretch my legs out.
Okay, well, I wish we would have had a little bit more of that because at least that I was like, okay. I'm not really sure how many more lives she has left. Like, maybe at least if they would have said you have, because they said she died like 16, maybe 17 times.
Really?
She died 15 times.
No, she said 16 times.
No, she said that was the 16th time she came back.
So she died 16 times.
She died 15 times.
You don't count the time she came back because she hasn't died yet.
Are you talking about the first time?
I don't remember.
Because if she came back the first time, that means that's the 17th time she woke up. Because she only came back 16 times.
I wasn't keeping
the 17th time she woke up. But she said, but it would have been cool if like she kept like slowly, like again, like you said, and they show it. She slowly gets sick or whatever. But like maybe like she only has, I think she was 22. I think that's how old she was supposed to be. That maybe she only has 22 deaths before it's done, before it's game over. Yeah. That way, then we would have had a little bit more of like, I don't know,
suspense to like.
Yes, a little bit more suspense towards the end. Yeah. That way, then towards the end,
like,
when we have this girl fighting her actual killer, which is the nurse, it's like, crap, this is my last life. I can't F this up. Something like that. Like she go, like we could even have a scene like towards the end, like, you know, they figure this out and it's like, well, I found my killer and I have one day left. I have one death left. You know, blows out the candle, eats the cupcake, wakes up the next day, and is like, oh fudge. Something like that.
You know what's funny though?
Well, Larry, you're like all the way back there again.
They're gonna make a part.
They're
gonna make a part 2.
No. Why would they make a part 2?
No, hear it.
No, I don't want to hear it.
No, I want to hear it just so I can say no.
That's just dumb.
What?
No, they're gonna make a part 2 because they left a huge ass loophole.
What?
In this thing. They basically didn't explain why.
You don't explain why Bill Murray goes back in time either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know. They might use it as a loophole and say, oh, okay, here's an origin story.
Why?
It'd be an origin story.
It's not, no, because here's the thing. Here's what will happen if they make a sequel to this. Final Destination. Final Destination is what'll happen. Basically, it'll be the reverse of Final Destination. Basically, the character will die, keep on dying, but in more like extravagant ways until and then in the end kills the killer, and then happy ending, and then they make another sequel which is the exact same thing, and it's gonna keep repeating itself. That's exactly what'll happen, and I do not need that. This is a perfect movie. Not perfect.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie on its own, and it doesn't need something else. It's
let the ending.
Yeah, you don't need a repeat. Like, let's say,
Jeepers Creepers.
No. Like Live Die
Blade Runner. Blade Runner was a good.
Blade Runner was really good.
That's not the new one?
Yeah. Live Die Repeat.
Y'all some bastards.
Live Die Repeat.
I hope y'all burn in hell.
They say they're making a sequel of that. I don't know, maybe New Aliens, but honestly, that's at least an action movie.
Yeah.
Where I'm at least, okay, I can see some awesome action going on, and maybe
might throw off the story, like make the story better.
It might change it a little bit. They could probably change some things about it, but yeah, we could totally see stuff like this happen. Again, I like the idea that they're taking the idea of like Groundhog Day and applying it to different things, where Live Die Repeat added it to an action sci-fi film. This one added it to a horror movie. Like, there's so many things you could, like, I want to see using the same idea but for different stories is not that bad of an idea for that.
Here's another one.
Okay.
A guy, right, keeps repeating Valentine's Day until he finds the love of his life.
Was there a movie like that? I feel like there was.
Really?
I feel like there
I
was.
just feel retarded.
If not, I'm at least thinking of Adam Sandler's movie, The 51st Dates.
No,
because that's kind of a similar session. It not really, but it kind of is. With her forgetting, it's always resetting, but she always remembers.
Making the same. See, my story is.
Yeah, that he actually repeats.
No, the day repeats, but he has to find different women.
Okay, that'd be kind of funny. It'd be like the womanizer and slowly trying to find his true love out of it.
Yeah, you know, like he sleeps with different
women. It would be like,
because we all know, like on Valentine's night, you know, you're sad and stuff.
It'd be kind of like a Lucifer. Like a Lucifer kind of character. Yeah. Womanizer, does all this stuff, but he's never truly happy until he finds a woman of his. Okay, we should make this. We should make this movie. You will be the star and I will be the director. Larry will be your geeky wingman. But either way, we're gonna end this video here. Tell me what you guys think. The movie's awesome. I definitely say go check it out. Thanks for watching. Check out videos I've done. Links are on my face. Subscription buttons around there somewhere. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the videos, and we will see you later.
See you later.
Bye, Mikey. Why you gotta copy my stuff, Larry?